Hey everybody, long time no see. I hope everyone's doing well and semester's going well for you. We have a 12-week class, so we're not quite to our halfway point, but we're pretty close. It's the just past midterm for the semester, so we're moving forward. I just wanted to record a quick video for you for the first long assignment that we have. So the ones we've been doing so far have been shorter things. This one's going to be longer, and then we're going to have another long one as well after this. So this one is a formal report, which is something that doesn't happen as often as some of the other things, but it does happen, and it can certainly be helpful. It's something that when it comes to proposing ideas or taking data that you get, you have to present that data to your bosses and interpret the data. So it's kind of a helpful tool for that. So this assignment, right, where we just did the survey part where you got information, and now you're going to take that survey data and make a report out of it. So we don't know what the conclusions are going to be yet, right? Until you take a look at the survey data that you got and find out what people have to say. And then you can you're going to take that and interpret it and actually also do a little bit more outside research, find another source or two to help you interpret the data, and then write a report for management. So again, we're always playing pretend a little bit in here, but I like, hopefully that we have some real data that we can work with. So you're going to interpret the data. You're going to write a formal report. A couple things about a formal report is that there's lots of very specific sections to it. Chapter 12 is going to help you with that. Within the report, you're going to have visual aids that you're going to make. So it's not just like pulling a chart off the internet. No, you did the survey, you got the primary data, and you're going to create a chart from it and then interpret with words, right, what the chart says. So I also have some videos coming up, some chapters and some videos coming up on how do we use visual aids and how do we talk about them, how do we label them, how do you create them, all of that good stuff. So this coming week is basically kind of giving you all the information that you need to be able to create this report. And the actual draft of it won't be due until the next week, which is, I think, the 30th. And that's just a draft, right? I do want a full draft, but it's a draft. Then this time, if you haven't been doing the peer reviews, you got to do it this time because you really need it for this one. So we're going to take a week where you get feedback from me, you get feedback from your peers, you get to revise your report, and then submit the final one a week after the draft. Couple things about a report. Not only are we going to have the visuals in there and the information from your survey, there's a lot of sections and you're going to feel like you're repeating yourself a little bit. And I want you to know that that's okay, right? The thing about a report is that most readers don't read the whole thing. They read the part that applies to them. So, you're going to have like a summary part that's going to be helpful for an executive who just wants, like, that's all they're going to read. So you need everything in there that they need to know. But then, you got to back it up with the specific details and information that some of the specific other people are going to need, or there just needs to be backup of that. So you're going to kind of repeat what you put in your summary, but kind of be more detailed about it. And then, of course, at the end, you'll have your conclusions and your findings. So basically, there's a lot of sections in there. Take a look at the assignment. One of the biggest problems that I see with students in this assignment is just forgetting a section. So just, go back, make sure that you're doing each of the sections when you're writing your report. As far as formatting goes, there's a lot of examples in the book. I don't necessarily care what format you pick as long as it's something that's readable and is consistent, right? So you want to be consistent with how you do page numbers and how you put in your information formatting wise. There needs to be a point to your report. It's not just like, hey, here's the data, right? So the first thing that you need to do is kind of figure out, based on your data and any other research you do, what is the one thing that the reader of this report needs to take away? Is it that parents, this is what they should do for Halloween, I think, right, is one of the ones that we had, or that this is, or that this is what your parent organization should recommend for parents to do, or if you are a local coffee brewer, what is the, what can you, how can you use the data that you found to make your business better, right? So just figuring out, how you can interpret your results for this company, right? Could be a real one, or it could just be one that you made up, and get that to work for you. Okay, so this coming week, right, a lot of our assignments are more just like, again, reading and thinking and working on our report. And then the next week, the actual report itself will be due. If you have any questions or concerns, you want me to look at anything, please just email me and let me know. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.